What if I told you that the smoothie sitting in your fridge right now might not be made from real fruit at all? Behind the colorful bottles and health claims, there is a darker truth most companies don't want you to know. Independent investigations have uncovered shocking evidence. Nearly half of the smoothies sold today contain undisclosed additives, cheap juice concentrates, and ingredients that betray the healthy image on the label. That morning habit you trust could actually be undermining your health without you even realizing it. And the most alarming part, some of the most popular brands are at the center of this deception. Stay with me because I'm about to expose 7 smoothies that could change the way you look at every single bottle. And when you hear the last one, you'll never grab your morning drink the same way again. Naked Juice has long been marketed as premium healthy beverages. Shoppers trust it because the brand built its reputation on one simple message: pure fruit, nothing artificial, just nature in a bottle. Their bottles are stamped with claims like 100% juice and all natural. At first glance, it seems perfect for health-conscious consumers, but independent testing revealed troubling questions about what's really inside. In 2013, lawsuits revealed that Naked Juice products labeled all natural actually contained synthetic ingredients. Laboratory testing uncovered synthetic additives, including compounds produced from formaldehyde. These ingredients never appeared prominently on the front label. The marketing deliberately created the impression these drinks were purely natural. Naked Juice, owned by PepsiCo, settled for $9 million and agreed to remove the all-natural label but never admitted wrongdoing. But here's what raises the biggest concern: the sugar content. A 15.2-ounce bottle of pomegranate blueberry. Naked Juice contains 61 grams of sugar. That is more sugar than a 12-ounce can of Pepsi. While PepsiCo claimed no sugar added was technically true because sugar came from concentrated fruit juices, consumer advocates argued this was deeply misleading. A 2016 lawsuit challenged these no sugar added claims. The first ingredient in many Naked Juice products isn't even whole fruit. It's juice from concentrate, primarily cheap apple and white grape juice. When pressed by journalists, PepsiCo stood by the products without addressing specific concerns. The packaging avoids transparency. Unlike premium brands that list harvest dates or processing methods, Naked Juice bottles tell consumers almost nothing. So while the label suggests pure fruit, the reality is far from it. You may be drinking a sugar bomb engineered to taste healthy at the highest possible markup. But if hidden synthetics and misleading sugar claims weren't enough, the next smoothie takes things to an entirely different level. Because this time, it wasn't just deceptive, it was downright dangerous. In August of 2016, the Centers for Disease Control issued an urgent outbreak alert for Tropical Smoothie Cafe. The reason? Hepatitis A contamination in frozen strawberries used in their smoothies. 143 people across 9 states were infected, 56 victims. The virus attacks the liver, causing jaundice, extreme fatigue, abdominal pain, and in severe cases, liver failure. While no one died, multiple victims suffered permanent liver damage. The contaminated strawberries came from Egypt, imported by the International Company for Agricultural Production and Processing. These strawberries were distributed to locations across Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, and North Carolina. The company removed the Egyptian strawberries on August 8, 2016, but the damage was done. Victims had been consuming contaminated smoothies since early May. Food and Drug Administration records revealed that hepatitis A virus contamination was found in multiple samples of the imported strawberries. This wasn't accidental contamination, it was systemic failure. Egyptian frozen berries had been linked to hepatitis A outbreaks in Europe years earlier. Yet Tropical Smoothie Cafe continued sourcing from the same region without adequate verification. The company's response fell short. While they eventually switched suppliers nationwide, initial warnings only targeted 4 states, leaving customers elsewhere unaware. Many victims discovered the outbreak only after falling severely ill. Sourcing strawberries from Egypt cost significantly less than domestic suppliers. A 2014 industry analysis found that imported frozen berries from developing countries can be 40 to 50% cheaper. But when a company prioritizes cost savings over testing and vetting, safety becomes the first sacrifice. The hepatitis A virus can survive for months in frozen conditions. Victims who consumed smoothies weeks before the recall were still getting sick in September. Bolthouse Farms is one of the biggest names in refrigerated smoothies. For countless households, it's the healthy choice, promising 100% fruit juice and no preservatives. But when something seems too wholesome, it often isn't. In 2016, Bolthouse Farms recalled 3.8 million bottles nationwide. The reason? Spoilage and contamination causing beverages to appear lumpy, taste unpleasant, and emit foul odors. Multiple consumers reported illness after drinking the products. Affected items included all protein plus flavors with best by dates from June 20th to September 18th, 2016. But that wasn't the only problem. In 2023, litigation alleged that products marketed as having no preservatives actually contained ascorbic acid. While the company listed ascorbic acid as vitamin C, the suit argued it functioned primarily as a preservative to extend shelf life. The front label prominently stated no preservatives, leading consumers to believe the product was additive-free. Then came an even more serious allegation. In 2023, independent laboratory testing found that Bolthouse Farms' Green Goodness smoothie contained PFAS, toxic forever chemicals linked to cancer, liver damage, and immune system problems. The levels detected were significantly above federal advisory limits for drinking water. The Environmental Protection Agency has stated that virtually no level of certain PFAS compounds in drinking water is safe. Federal litigation accused Bolthouse Farms of misleading customers with its 100% fruit juice label when the product contained synthetic chemicals. It remains unclear how PFAS contaminated the smoothies. Experts suggested possible sources included contaminated water used in processing, pesticides containing PFAS, or fertilizer that tainted the fruit. When contacted by media, Bolthouse Farms declined to comment, but the Food and Drug Administration has been slow to regulate PFAS in food products. Critics argue that without strict federal oversight, companies have little incentive to test for these chemicals or disclose their presence. For millions of Americans, what they may actually be consuming is a product contaminated with dangerous forever chemicals. Jamba Juice built its reputation as the ultimate fresh smoothie destination. For decades, customers watched employees blend whole fruits right before their eyes, creating the perception of pure, natural ingredients in every cup. Walk into any location and you'd see fresh bananas, strawberries, and other fruits prominently displayed behind the counter. But in 2012, everything changed. Internal company documents revealed that Jamba Juice began systematically replacing fresh whole fruit with cheaper alternatives. Fresh strawberries were swapped for strawberry juice blend containing apple juice concentrate, natural flavors, and citric acid. Whole mangoes were replaced with white grape juice concentrate flavored to taste like mango. Even the signature orange juice, long marketed as freshly squeezed, was quietly switched to pasteurized orange juice from concentrate. The company never announced these changes. Menus still featured vibrant images of whole fruits. Employees continued the theatrical blending process, but much of what went into the blender was no longer fresh produce. It was reconstituted juice concentrate designed to mimic the appearance and approximate taste of real fruit at a fraction of the cost. A 2013 lawsuit alleged that Jamba Juice misled customers by continuing to market smoothies as made with real fruit when significant portions consisted of juice concentrates and added sugars. Nutritional analysis revealed that certain smoothies contained up to 30 grams of added sugar beyond what occurs naturally in whole fruit. The company's justification? They argued that juice concentrate still came from fruit, making their marketing technically accurate. But consumer advocates pointed out that concentrate undergoes heavy processing, stripping away fiber and vitamins. The cost savings were substantial. Fresh fruit requires refrigeration, careful handling, and frequent restocking. Concentrate can sit in storage for months and costs roughly 60 to 70% less than fresh produce. By 2015, reports from former employees confirmed that many locations used predominantly concentrate-based blends with minimal fresh fruit added primarily for visual effect. When questioned, Jamba Juice maintained that all products met standards and that menu descriptions were not intended to guarantee exclusively fresh ingredients. Odwalla built its entire identity on purity and freshness. Founded in 1983, the company marketed itself as the antithesis of big corporate beverages, proudly selling unpasteurized juice and claiming it preserved more nutrients and delivered superior flavor. The brand became synonymous with natural living. But in October of 1996, that reputation shattered. On October 30th, 1996, the Food and Drug Administration announced Odwalla was recalling all juice products containing unpasteurized apple juice. The Seattle King County Department of Public Health linked cases of E. coli O157H7 to Odwalla apple juice. 70 people across California, Colorado, Washington, and British Columbia were confirmed infected. 25 victims were hospitalized. 14 developed hemolytic uremic syndrome, a life-threatening condition where organs, particularly kidneys, shut down. 1 child died. Anna Gimestad, a 16-month-old girl from Evans, Colorado, succumbed to multiple organ failure after drinking Odwalla apple juice. Her death became a turning point in food safety regulation. When investigators inspected Odwalla's facility, they found shocking violations including poor sanitation and acceptance of decayed fruit from suppliers. Documents revealed that just 2 months before the outbreak, Odwalla considered implementing finished product pathogen testing. Company executives decided against it, determining it was better to remain ignorant than invest in safety measures that would increase costs. Because Odwalla used unpasteurized juice, the company relied on acid levels and refrigeration to control pathogens. But E. coli O157H7 can survive in acidic, chilled apple juice. In 1998, Odwalla was indicted and held criminally liable. The company pleaded guilty to 16 federal criminal charges of distributing adulterated juice. Odwalla was fined $1.5 million, the most significant penalty in a food poisoning case in United States history at that time. Beyond criminal penalties, Odwalla spent approximately $12 million settling lawsuits from families whose children were infected. Many victims suffered permanent kidney damage. After the outbreak, Odwalla began pasteurizing its juices. The federal government now requires warning labels on all unpasteurized fruit and vegetable juice containers. But the company's reputation never recovered. Revenue evaporated almost overnight. The founders were forced to sell controlling interest. The company was later acquired by Coca-Cola. The Odwalla case stands as one of the most devastating examples of what happens when profit margins take priority over basic food safety. A child died because executives chose to save money rather than test their products for deadly pathogens. Smoothie King is the largest smoothie chain in America with over 1,300 locations nationwide. The brand markets itself as a health and fitness destination. Customers trust that these smoothies support their health objectives. But a 2022 lawsuit revealed alarming discrepancies between marketing claims and actual ingredients. The suit alleged that Smoothie King's Lean One smoothies, marketed specifically for weight management and advertised as a healthy meal replacement, contained significantly more calories and sugar than disclosed. Independent nutritional testing found that certain Lean One varieties contained up to 450 calories and 60 grams of sugar per serving, far exceeding the amounts suggested by promotional materials. The company's website and in-store displays emphasize these products as ideal for those watching their weight, yet the sugar content rivaled that of milkshakes. Even more concerning, the suit claimed that turbinado sugar was being used in products marketed as having no added sugar. Former employees confirmed that many smoothies contained multiple sources of added sweeteners, including honey, turbinado, and sweetened fruit bases. A 2020 investigation by consumer health advocates found that Smoothie King's allergen disclosure practices were inadequate. Several customers with severe allergies reported reactions after being assured that products did not contain specific allergens. Testing revealed cross-contamination and undisclosed ingredients in multiple smoothie varieties. For customers choosing Smoothie King based on specific health or dietary needs, the gap between marketing promises and actual nutritional content represented not just disappointment but potential harm. Evolution Fresh, owned by Starbucks, entered the premium juice market in 2011 with bold promises. The brand marketed itself as offering cold-pressed juices made from the finest organic ingredients with no additives. Bottles prominently displayed the Starbucks logo alongside images of fresh, vibrant produce. Customers paid premium prices, often $6 to $8 per bottle, trusting they were getting a superior product. But by 2019, multiple investigations revealed troubling discrepancies. Despite marketing emphasizing organic ingredients, many Evolution Fresh products contained conventional, non-organic produce. Litigation filed in 2020 alleged that the organic claims on certain varieties were false or misleading. Laboratory testing found pesticide residues inconsistent with organic certification standards. More significantly, in 2018, Evolution Fresh quietly reformulated several popular juice blends, replacing more expensive ingredients with cheaper alternatives. The Essential Greens blend, originally featuring kale and cucumber, was reformulated to include significantly more apple juice as a base. Apple juice is one of the cheapest juice ingredients available and is commonly used to bulk up products while reducing costs. Customers noticed the taste change and ingredient list modifications, but Starbucks never announced the reformulation. When questioned, the company stated that recipes evolve over time to optimize flavor profiles. Consumer advocates argued this was a cost-cutting measure disguised as product improvement. Nutritional analysis revealed that post-reformulation versions contained more sugar and fewer micronutrients than original formulas. What customers believed they were buying, a premium green vegetable juice, had become a sweetened apple juice blend with minimal greens. The price, however, remained unchanged. Across the industry, a pattern has emerged. Companies making health claims while cutting costs through undisclosed changes. In 2023, multiple smoothie brands faced allegations regarding excessive sugar content hidden behind no added sugar labeling. Advocacy groups noted that many fruit smoothies marketed to kids contained more sugar per serving than candy bars, yet parents purchased them believing they were making healthy choices. Americans spent over $9 billion annually on smoothies and fresh juice by 2020. As demand increased, so did pressure on companies to maximize profit margins through cheaper ingredients, but transparency declined. Unlike Whole Foods, where consumers see exactly what they're buying, blended beverages hide contents behind colorful packaging and health-focused branding. A strawberry in your hand is identifiable. Strawberry juice from concentrate mixed with grape juice and additives is not. So what have we uncovered? From naked juices, synthetic additives, and misleading sugar claims to tropical smoothie cafes' hepatitis A outbreak that hospitalized dozens. From Bolthouse Farms' PFAS contamination to Jamba Juice's systematic replacement of whole fruits with cheap concentrates. From Odwalla's catastrophic E. coli outbreak that killed a child to Smoothie King's deceptive calorie claims. From Evolution Fresh's false organic promises and secret reformulations to the industry-wide pattern of misleading health claims. One truth stands out: the smoothie industry is not nearly as healthy or transparent as it wants you to believe. Labels can mislead, health claims can hide dangerous realities, and brands we've trusted for years may quietly change what's inside without telling us. The ingredients listed on the back often don't match the image projected on the front. Here's the bigger question: if this is happening with something marketed as the epitome of health and natural living, what else in our grocery stores might not be what it claims to be? The smoothie in your hand might contain forever chemicals, pathogen-contaminated fruit, or cheap juice concentrates instead of the superfoods pictured on the label. Every bottle represents a choice between what companies want you to believe and what's actually inside. If this video opened your eyes, share it with someone who deserves to know the truth. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss our next investigation into the hidden corners of the food industry. Together, we can demand transparency and hold these companies accountable for what they're really selling us.